The lighting is off. What happened? Let me get this light. Oh, it don't matter. Up. Let's see if anyone comes up. Anyone? Let's see. Who would it be? There's one. Oh, one like. One's up. Angela! What's up? Hey. Should I have told you guys that, I was thinking about? Hey, Susan. Hey. How's it going, guys? Mary. Okay. We're rolling. Maybe I should have announced. I don't know. So, how's it going, everybody? It is storming here. We are actually in a tornado watch, but no sirens, so woohoo. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Susan, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I think I've got an infection or something. Steph made it. All right. We got it going on in here. Did you? Yeah. For the last, 24 years, I have lived in areas that don't get like tornadoes. But I grew up in Tornado Alley, so like I'm used to it, but it's been a long time. You feeding your kitties? Yeah. I have, hey, perfect opportunity for you guys to meet Sassy Pants. This is Sassy Pants. She's red and brown. She's both of my cats are part Maine Coon, so they have extremely long hair. Some Maine Coons don't have long hair, but the natural Maine Coons do have long hair and the tufted ears and things like that. I am yeah. I was just saying that both my cats are part Maine Coon, but they're not full Maines. I had a full Maine Coon that got old and passed away, right? But darn, that happens. So I want another Maine Coon so bad. I know. She's adorable. They both are. But Sassy actually weighs more than Chase. Chase weighs like 12 and a half, and she weighs like almost 15. I was like, wow. No, yeah, they're both well fed, but they are not overweight because you can still feel the ribs. That's how you would know. I check because I'm like, you guys need a diet. Not me, of course, but you do. Just kidding. Sorry. Uh, yeah, I named her Sassy Pants when I got her. She was 5 months old, and I got her from a shelter. And the lady in Denver where I used to live helped me name her, and she came up with Sassy Pants, and I was like, yeah. But I think it was like a little kid thing. I don't know. So I thought about changing her name, but it's kind of stuck. So, did you have a Maine Coon? Oh man, right? They cost like if you get it from a breeder, you might as well forget it. Like if I had $2,000, I don't know that I would put. Um, that's right. That's right, Steph. $2,000 for a cat. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. But if it was extra, hell yeah, I'm down. Awesome. I talked about that a little in my last live. Like I get nervous. I get nervous around people, even though this is online. It's not the same, but get nervous and I laugh and I make jokes, and sometimes they're funny and sometimes they aren't. But in my life, in the last 25 years, I've been told a lot that I should try stand-up comedy. Thanks. So I did stand-up comedy. I didn't. I went in a talent show as a stand-up. Yeah, yeah. Humor really has gotten me through a lot. It really has. I think I'm running a fever, guys. I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. They are expensive, Angela, but they're so awesome. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to be around one for a while, but the one I had was like they stay kitten like throughout their life. And so she was very playful and running like she it was hilarious though because I never had like a mane, and a friend had gotten me this mane from some people, and when I brought her home, I had a 5 month old white Oriental kitten, and he was tiny, and here's this big cat, right? And I let Whisper was the name of the Maine Coon, and I let her out um, of the carrier, and the white cat, the little kitten, just poof right out. The fear, when cats get afraid, they poof. And I'm like, wow, okay. Well, he didn't run away though. That poof white cat walked right up to the Maine Coon like, you don't scare me, man. Anyways, it was great. Yeah, Susan, have a good day. So but my goal is to get another Maine, that's for real. But if I can't, I get partial manes. I got both of these. I got Chase and those are Sassy Pants from Shelters, and I got Chase. His original name at the shelter was Chancellor Fluffameister because he's so fluffy. People people mistake him as overweight, and he's not. But he's so fluffy, and it just looks like a big belly, but really he's right where he needs to be. And so they named him that. But I had called the shelter before they got him, and they were keeping an eye for a Maine Coon-ish cat because at a shelter you rarely get a full Maine, right? Or a full of any breed. Um, but when they found him, they called me right away, and they're like, "Oh, we have a Maine for you." I'm like, "I'm down." So yeah, Maine Coons look so big. They are, but they really are big. Like the Maine I had, she was a relatively small Maine. Hey, Miss Gothi. She was 17 pounds when I got her, and she had gotten sick and lost weight, and she got down to 12 and a half pounds, and um, the vet told me it was hilarious. Really, I took her to the vet. The vet comes in and says, I've never had to say this before, but your 12-pound cat is underweight. Underweight. So, like, the fur is deceptive. They really are a big cat. And males usually are bigger than females. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys made it in for the second one. If I had gone longer on the first one, you guys would have made it in. But I can always delete the first one and say this is the first one. But yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I'm really glad you guys are here. I'm a little intimidated because Steph has her own channel. It's bigger than mine, and I'm like, who? Not really. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them up. I had videos up over a year or two ago, but they got but I got quite bullied, so I shied away and took them all down. But that won't be the case this time. Yeah, I was going to tell that story. I had a friend come over to meet my new cats, the little white cat and the Maine Coon. And the Maine Coon comes running in from the bedroom to the living room around the couch. And my friend went like this, "Don't let her jump on me." I'm like, "Look, Maine Coons are gentle. She's not going to jump on you. It's okay." Because she was really kind of scared of her. I'm like, yeah, they're big. You had a male. How much did your male weigh? I know, right? I know. I'm not as scared of it as I was back then because you guys know me so well. I've been in your chats, so that's why I'm here live. So yeah, I could talk about Maine Coons all day. Like, I just love it. One day I'll have another one, I swear. God hears me. Oh, Miss Gothy, I love you. I love you guys, seriously. You guys are great. A black panther, those are wild animals, right? Like, or do you mean like the black kitty, black cats in general? Or do you actually want a wild panther? No, you know what I had thought of was lynx. They're big. They're actually wild. I think they're not. You have to get, you have to look at the laws when you look at a lynx, I think. But I know a snow tiger would be awesome too. But yeah, like I saw videos of some people that have the lynx. They're quite they're big. Lynx are big. Oh, there's another video of a family that has a is it called a serval? Some something like that. But they're big cats, but they're not my type. I don't know. But the lynx, they're very energetic, so you need to get like you have to be able to exercise them, run around and all that stuff. And running's out of my game. I'm telling you, I don't run. I'm too old. If I ran, I'd cause an earthquake, and people around here are scared of storms. So, not that, not that. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Let me get my coffee. Do you guys drink coffee? I slept in because I haven't been feeling well. So I slept in. I actually didn't get up till almost 12, about 11:30, and I don't know what my deal is. I have I know, right? Me and coffee, we're best friends. Um, like a a autistic. Oh, okay. Tea. Never had coffee. You drink tea, huh? I know a lot of. Oh, do you drink iced tea? Or yeah, probably in Florida, you would have iced tea, right? Like I love iced tea, but it has to be very sweet. And my great grandma, she was probably the only family member that actually loved on me. Serious. So what was I gonna? Oh, she grew up. She was born in she was born in Colorado. She but her mother came over from France in New Orleans. So they do a lot of that homemade tea. Is it hot tea or iced tea? Homemade tea. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Wow, you are weird. I'm just kidding. You're not weird, believe me. You haven't met me yet. Too much, right? Just saying. Um, you are still under a flash flood. Yeah. Well, we got the tornado warnings going on here till about 8 o'clock tonight, Miss Gothi. Well, you got to me this time. Just kidding. No, I love your uniqueness. I don't call it weird. Like if we really if everybody was truly honest, we all got a bit of weird. And if somebody doesn't have a bit of weird, I stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you do the natural stuff. See, the people that work with me here, the ministry, they do a lot of the natural things that I am not doing, but I'm trying to get. I will be going to do that kind of thing, um, because I take a lot of pills, and I don't want to, and my liver's going to have a fit if I don't get like away from that. So, oh wait, unsweetened hot tea. Yeah, I'm not supposed to have coffee, but I have never been, you know, I just not supposed to have it because I did the gastric bypass. So like I'm not. There's several things I'm not supposed to have that I do have. Yeah. Oh, for allergies and congestion. You know, Steph, I said in my last live that it rained like last week or something. It's raining now, but it rained last week, and after, like the day after, I went on the balcony and there's yellow all over, and I'm like, what the hell is that? It was pollen. It's pollen. Like it covers everything. Like that's new to me. In in Denver, there are times when there's fire warning and ash covers everything. Well, here it's just yellow ash called allergies. Um, yes, pollen. Yeah. Well, yeah. Weird for sure. Yeah, in Denver there are times when there's fire warning. My sister came a couple of years ago, went to Denver to see me, and we did some fun stuff. And on September 6th or something, there was fires nearby. And when we went out to the car, ah, I gotta take this call. Sorry, hold on. Hello. Hi. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Uh-huh. Bye-bye. Oops. Pharmacy. Um so we were all in Denver. My sister was staying at a Airbnb. We go out to the car and there's ash on the car. About 3 days later on September 9th or September 8th, something like that. We go out to the car and it has snowed and there's snow on the car. Like it's weird. Denver is bipolar. On one side there'll be fires, on the other side there's a bunch of snow. Like it's a mess. Bipolar. It's come here. I'm trying as much as I can. You know, me too. And it's really amazing how much natural things can really, really help. To me, it's kind of amazing. And it's It's just something that I'm going to get into as I get, you know, more situated in my area. So I haven't been here real long. I've been here, what, 5 months? December, January, February, March, April. 5 months. Oh, I know. And you know they say that caffeine um, can take a headache away. So when I have a migraine, I do um, get some caffeine, try to make it go away. Like that's not good. I'm glad you don't drink it if it gives you migraines. They never have been able to figure out what's giving me migraines. Like I've tried to do some of the testing, you know, like eat a banana. Do I get a migraine? Okay, no, bananas don't do it. Have some peanut butter. Do I get a migraine? No, peanut butter don't do it. So like I've just never been able to figure it out. I think it's just I got the wrong head. You know, I went on Amazon looking for a new head. And they just don't have one my size. I don't know. Sorry, little bad humor. Um, you know, that's what they do. They push the doctors. They don't tell you about the natural stuff. Of course they don't, because it's not. You know, they don't. They don't. They want your money, so they're going to tell you to take these meds. Oh, you're sick. Take this med. You know, but the natural. There are books out. There's some books I want to get that. Right. So that's right. And the other thing is, it's actually cheaper for me to take the meds than it is to do the natural. It's cheaper. They make it that way so you stay going to it. You keep going to it. So like um yeah, it's a trap, and they do it on purpose. Like I live like way below poverty. I'm so below poverty. I'm looking up at it saying, "Oh, please." No, so I have all the services that are out there. Like I used to tell people I feel like a ward of the state. They pay my rent, they pay my food, they pay my medical. Like what? I am not an individual. They got me. But the way I see it is this, like, okay, I'm in the system. They do pay for pretty much everything. So, but God has me here for a reason, and He's going to protect me. He's going to hide me so that I can work stealth mode. So it really is a trap, but it's not a trap that I can't get out of, because God can do all things. So if you go all the natural stuff, then that's right, Miss Gatti. That's right. Yep. There's a doctor out there, a lady doctor. I don't remember her name, but she has this book, and it is, wow, it is so awesome. I'm really wanting to get one, because it has like every page has um, a natural remedy for, oh, you have this problem, whether you need to get this and this, you know, and it will take care of that problem. It is a blessing. Like that's what I call it. All the services that I get, they help me to live. Like how lucky are we to be in the United States? Like there are many countries that don't have services for people that don't have money. They just live on the street. Like it's a blessing. I know they put a lot of stuff in the candy and the food that actually makes us sick, so that we'll go to the doctor, so they'll get their money. Like it's a whole chain of events. Like it's crazy the way that things have happened. I don't know that it's going to really get much different. I really don't. I really don't know. So I'm more skeptic than a lot of people because of how I grew up and around the people that I grew up in, things that I've experienced and seen. That it's just pretty. It's pretty hard. No, you make your own, huh? That's awesome. I know, Mary. It is scary, right? We really don't know what they're putting in our food. There have been some crazy videos out there that people that bought chicken and they were preparing it or something, and they found stuff in their chicken. Like I'm not sure if I'm getting all that story correct, but like the video was crazy. People putting and sometimes you don't know whether to trust these videos, but yeah, so it's pretty messed up. I guess Stephanie is off cleaning somewhere but listening, right? That's what she say. Miss Coffee, I hope so. Like I said, I'm more skeptical than most people. They do make you think, well, what are they doing to our food, man? I know you were here, you're listening, right? You're doing the cleaning or something. And when you get done there, I'm not real far from you. You can come here and do some cleaning. That'd be great. Thank you. Just kidding, sorry. I'm supposed to have a caregiver, but supposed to be is the the quotes, the air quotes, right? You are awesome, Miss Gothy. Wow. That's pretty cool. Aw. Aw, Angela. Tell him that Aunt Debbie says, hey. Or her, whichever one it was. Italian penicillin. That is pretty cool. I had a friend in Denver who, you can make, and Miss Gothy's probably done it. Sounds like you can make that hydrochloroquine on the stove. Have you done that, Miss Gothy? Like my friend used to do it and bring it over to me because I get sick. Oh, good, good. I have trust for Trump. I really do. I'm glad he got back in office. I was watching an interview that. Hold on, I can't think. Let me get my brain in motion. I was watching an interview with Roseanne Barr, and she was interviewing Patrick Byrne about the election. He actually explained the election interference that we had and how it played out in this election. And it was really, really interesting. I've watched him before, Patrick Byrne. He was very political, well, he's very knowledgeable, very smart man. And Roseanne is very smart as well. And smart Alec, just kidding. None like me, just kidding. So, anyways, like, So, Miss Gothi, have you made hydrochloroquine with the orange peels? And I forgot how else it was made, but was a YouTube that explained how to make hydrochloroquine. And my friend Mary in Denver, she used to make it and would come over, right? Yeah, like it's very simple. You put it in a skillet, and it takes a while, but yeah, very interesting. Well, oh yeah, so hydrochloroquine was used for during COVID. I don't know if I'll get a strike. I've never been striked. Somebody strike me. Just kidding. Um, so hydrochloroquine is given to people that have COVID. However, um, the government wasn't really down for that, so they banned a lot of that type thing. It could be used for other sickness too, I suppose, but it became popular during the, you know, pandemic. Um, but I know a lot of people get striked for talking about that kind of thing. I'm not quite big enough to get striked on my channel. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, and there was another medicine that was also frowned upon. I can't think of it, but I had COVID. I've had COVID 3 times, and the first time I was extremely sick, but I was too terrified to go to the hospital. Like I clearly had pneumonia. You could hear it just sitting and breathing, and like um, I wouldn't go to the hospital for any of it, any of their treatment. I was afraid I'd never come out. I really was too scared to go. So I found a doctor that prescribed the medicines that that are that were frowned upon, and the one I can't think of course, because I'm talking about it. I want to know it. Um, but I found a doctor that prescribed those meds, and he prescribed them for me. Um, I'm sorry, I can't remember that one. Yeah, the first time I was really bad with it. Oh, did it? Yeah, I've had pneumonia several times. I was getting it like once and twice a year there for about 4 years. And they told me that I have damage on my left lung, but I don't know about that. I have asthma, so I mean, that's not going to be good either. Did you? I've seen your videos, your shorts. That's they're pretty cool. I like the one where you say, "To those who don't like me, yes, I am still breathing," or something. I'm paraphrasing. That was funny. It made me laugh. So, what's everybody doing today? I know you're sitting on my live, but like, see, Steph is cleaning and all that good stuff. Oh, we got to get you up to 50. Oh, bummer. You've got 20, you got 22 people? Oh, she's washing dishes, Steph. Okay. You want some dish music? I don't have any, sorry. I won't sing because, oh my God, I don't want you to pass out from my singing and drown. Just kidding. I've had people tell me I have a good singing voice, but I feel like I need some lessons before I would do that. I was in a choir in high school, I was in a program called Upward Bound, and I literally was the only white person in the program, and we had a choir, so I sang in it, and they wanted me to do a solo part in a song, so I did that, and I guess I don't remember it, but I swayed, and I got comments after, you even swayed during the song. That was awesome. I'm like, I did? I don't remember. I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you liked it. You're buying supplies and planning, oh, the birthday, huh? How old is your son? I have done a whole lot of nothing myself, Angela. Yeah. Oh my, that's a long time. That is really cool, Miss Gaki, about the penicillin. Oh my goodness, 14. That's a good age. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of challenges in that. My sister had 4 sons, each a year apart. Don't do that. You'll be busy for years. And 4 teenagers in one house is quite a wreck. Yeah, that one, Miss Gothi, that was really cool, funny. Aw. I never had kids, but I helped my sister with her kids, you know, a little bit. Yeah, me and my sister did not have a good relationship for a long time, so it wasn't a whole lot. Just it got to a point where I had to cut all contact with my mom and my sister, and I didn't tell anybody I was moving. And just one day I was gone. I moved to New York from my home state, and they didn't have a clue. I loved it. It was great. That it was great that they didn't know. I loved that part. But yeah, I heard about it later. So I got back in touch with my sister years later, and she was not nice to me. And it continued. And I said, you know what? If you're going to be this way, we will not have contact. So it happened. So then she got sober, and she told me that she remembers none of it, and she she does not remember any of the things that went on. Golden Laura, hey, what's up? Cool. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So yeah, and my sister's been sober 10 years, so we have a decent relationship, but not close. Oh, did you? Now, see, I didn't recontact my mom because I was too scared. I was too scared because she would call me up. I lived in Tennessee, and she would call me up and just rail on me, rail. And I hadn't even said a word. All I did was say hello, and she would rail on me, and it was horrible. So I did not recontact my mom until she got put on hospice. And I only called her because um, I wanted her. I did it for her because when she's responsive. So before she became, I wanted her to hear me before she became unresponsive, and then she could think in her head, "Oh, I've talked to Debbie, and and so that would help her maybe not be too scared or whatever. I don't know. But it was weird. My mom's first question to me when I called her after 18 years, I hadn't talked to her. Her first question was, "Do you remember anything?" And I'm like, why does that even freaking matter right now? You're on hospice, okay? I didn't say that, but I lied and said, no, I don't. What you doing today, Miss Golden Aura? Golden Aura. Angela, it works like that a lot, I think, with people. My mom, one of the main reasons I left the state was my mom was getting ready to send people to my apartment. She called me. Now my mom never had a car. She wouldn't drive. I don't know what the deal was, but she never had a car, so she relied on people to take her places. And I had been at this apartment, and she had the address, but she didn't know where it was, and they couldn't find it. They being whoever these people were. So my mom called me and said, "Can you give me directions to your apartment?" And I'm like, "No." I didn't say anything, and I said, "Well, why do you want directions?" She goes, "Because my friends need to get to your apartment." And I'm like, "Well, who are these people, and why do they need to get to me?" And my mom said, "Because you're my daughter, that's why." And I'm like, "That ain't no reason." So she goes, "You still live behind that Kroger?" And I used to, but I didn't. So I lied and said I did. Like, okay, lying is not a good thing to do, but in some situations, I swear by it. I'm sorry. Um, my mom had no business sending these 4 men, from what I gather, it was 4 guys, to try and find my apartment. Why? I don't know these people. So it was just it really freaked me out, I got to tell you. But it was God's grace that they couldn't find me. Here's why. I'm going to explain it. So here's why. The address that I lived behind Kroger, and I had moved about 5 miles out into an area that was newly developed. Okay. So the newly developed area was not on the city maps. So my address was not on any of the city maps, the streets and stuff. And so that was God's grace, because any other location they would have been able to get to by looking at a map. But mine, they couldn't. So it was like, wow, God, I look back and God has really been very instrumental in my life. No, I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have siblings that came alongside me. No, I didn't. But God, that verse in the Bible is true. Well, the whole Bible is true in for me. But like that verse that says, "When your father and your mother forsake you, the Lord brings you in." That's truth, because He everywhere I was put, like in hospitals or whatnot, there was always somebody to come alongside, take me under their wing, and like protect me. That's right, Miss Mary. When I feel like I need to protect myself, I I go, if I need to lie to keep myself safe, I will do that. But I don't like lying for the sake of lying, I don't like doing that. I know I don't I can lie. I'm pretty good at it apparently, but I don't like it in usual situations. So I'm a very honest person, and a lot of people that have known me will tell you that. Um, so yeah, I believe God protected me along the way for years now. So it's pretty amazing to look back and see all that. Things that could have been that weren't because God protected me. It's pretty cool. So I asked you guys what you're doing today, but me, I'm just sitting here, I'm just chilling, drinking a little bit of coffee and not doing too much. Apparently, my cat passed out. That's why we don't hear him, because he's sleeping on the arm of the couch. And the other one, Miss Sassy Pants, is probably laying on my bed, sleeping. You're right. I think when it comes to keeping myself safe, and really anybody, um, lying can be. People did that in the Bible too. When King David was in front of the king, oh yeah, I slept till like 11, Miss Stephanie. So I'll be up for a while, at least until I take my medicine, and then I'll be down for the count. They have me on sleep medicine. I have a lot of sleep issues, night terrors and nightmares, and I jump out of bed screaming. Yeah, just fun stuff like that. And so they have me on medicine for nightmares and nice, nice. I see, that's what I do when I'm listening to Stephanie. I'm laying in the bed. I worked on the pain level in my leg is better. But the Friday I did a lot on the dresser, right? I'm putting a dresser together. It's a slow process because I can't do it all at once anymore. So I had worked a lot on the dresser and I did too much. So then Saturday morning I woke up and was in mondo pain, like super pain. It was bad. So but it's better now. So thank you for asking. My head I had a headache earlier, but I slept it off. No, I wouldn't say that you ever put me to sleep. Um, but if that's a thing, I could tell my doctor to prescribe your voice instead of these meds. Just kidding. Sorry. Um, I've been told that I have a soft voice, but I tried to listen to my live yesterday. I can't listen to my voice. Like it bothers me. I don't know. Probably everybody's like that. It's like taking photos. Nobody likes their own photo. Stephanie, I love your voice. Oh, by the way, Steph, I like the content the that you're putting up. Like I love when I was young. Um, I used to study the pyramids. Like, of course, in the 70s, I was growing up in the 70s, and they didn't know all the things about the pyramids that they know now. They knew a lot, but they didn't know all like now. So I'm really enjoying the content that you put out, and I like the where you did the pyramid one. You did the one about the time today, like CERN. I'm telling you what, CERN is that's a subject that can go on for a long time. I think they're doing that should be shut down. It won't be, but it really needs to be closed. They're opening portals to things that are not good. And yeah. And I think that with time, like I just watched your video earlier today, and the time thing. And I think since technology, people sit long, longer periods of time on technology. And so in 1999, and the Y2K, the whole thing, because computers were supposed to crash the world and end the world, and this whole thing was a big deal. But 2020 or 2000, computers kind of took off. And I think now people just sit still longer. And that, I think it messes with how we perceive time, not how time is actually happening. But very interesting topics. Really, Steph, you had friends call you just to fall asleep? Oh, look who came to visit me. She must have heard me talking about her. Yeah, she doesn't like to be held. This is Sassy Pants. She's heavy. There we go. Sorry. Say hi to the people first. Hi, people. Hi, people. Okay, you can run. That's Sassy Pants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, they were grabbing water. And I remember why COVID, like people were buying toilet paper. I'm like, really, people? Is that what's most important now is toilet paper? Seriously? Okay. Uh no, like people were I kind of remember Y2K, but I wasn't really worried about it. Like I don't like my voice either, Miss Coffee. Steph, you should have a business going here. We could get you set up. Charge what? I don't know how much for 30 minutes. Okay, now your minutes up. Are you asleep yet? I was until you said that. Just kidding. Sorry, but yeah, Y2K was supposed to close the world down, but it didn't. It was crazy, crazy times. We partied like it was 1999. Just kidding. I know. I don't actually remember New Year's that year. I have a lot of blocks of things I don't remember. Right? Sleep assistance. And if Steph don't get you to sleep, I'll knock you to sleep. The slugger. We'll have Steph the calm and Debbie the slugger. Just kidding. That's my nervous. I shouldn't joke about stuff like that. See, I was listening yesterday and I thought, I sound like a kid. Is my voice calming? I've been told that, but I don't know. Thank you. Right, Angela? The calming and the slugging. We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll get you taken care of. That's right. I think my numbers lie to me. Because it says I have one person in here. But obviously, there are more. Oh, thank you. I know. I say I'm sorry all the time. I've gotten better with that over the years, but um, I'm still working on it. So, thank you. So I'm not sure what to do here, what I could show you or tell you, talk about. Anybody got big plans for the week? Tomorrow's Monday. Woo-hoo. We might need that arc. Yeah, I think YouTube has got an identity crisis happening. I don't know. It's okay though. Oh, look at that, Mary. That's pretty funny. That's not true, but that's funny. I must be a nobody. Nobody's here. We're all nobodies. I know. Monday madness. I know. You guys got any big plans besides work? Some people work. I just work it. I don't I don't have a job currently. I'm like on disability, but tomorrow I have to make a bunch of phone calls. I was supposed to have a caregiver starting with me, but she decided to quit the agency, so that went out the window. I know, Miss Angela. That would be fun if I was around my family members. Give them a wedgie or something. I don't know. Who did that? Hmm. Can't see me. We are an amazing group of nobodies. I like that. We just won't stop. You know, I had this. I got a story about that a little bit. I lived in New York, and I went to this church, and I would go to see the pastor guy, Greg, once a week, so he could, talk with me and pray with me, right? Um, like when I first started that church, Bill was the pastor, and he became like a dad to me, and he's been my dad now, my spiritual dad, for 22 years now. He lives in Florida actually, and now he does. But I met him in New York, and so he left, and Greg became pastor. But when Bill was there, he would see me once a week, and then Bill left, and Greg would see me once a week, and I we did that because I have major I have major issues from the occult abuse and programming and a lot of stuff. Okay, and so I would go once a week, and this particular week I went in to see Greg, and I sat down and I just started crying because I'm like, Greg, I just start. I've been trying to give up, and I don't know how, and I was crying about it, and he giggled, and I stopped, and I looked, oh, okay, what's that? He goes, Debbie, I just talked to a person who was trying and giving up life because of a small issue in comparison to mine. Now, I don't like to compare because pain is pain, but he was comparing because compared to my issues, she has like a hangnail and was giving up life over this small thing. And I have these huge problems, and I'm crying because I can't give up. I can't figure out how to give up. Like giving up to me is like, okay, what now? Okay, I give up. Now what? So what happens is I just stay in the state that I'm in. Like it just does nothing. I can't figure out how to give up and be okay. That's what I'm trying. That's what I try to figure out, and I just can't do it. And yeah, I know, Mary, and like so I just have never been able to give up. So, but people want me to give up. So when Steph said YouTube wants us to go away, but we just won't stop, I thought of that. Like the enemy wants me to give up, but I just can't. I don't know how. I'm serious. I really don't know how. It is amazing how God knows exactly who to put in our path. And where we need to be at a certain moment. Like when my address wasn't on the map, right? Bad stuff. Okay, somebody time her out. Let's get her. Come on, everybody gang up. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm unsorry. That's awesome. Yeah. You can do caps in here. I don't mind. Depends though. If you know. By the way, I yesterday I made Miss Scothy and Angela admin because they were like in here first. So if you two didn't actually want to be admin here, you could let me know on the side, in the side chat, and I'll help. We'll work with it. I just kind of did it without really asking. Sorry. Yeah. Wow, that's good. He's going to write the end of our story. I mean, we're still living our story. And we want to write the end of the story. We want to jump ahead and try to get, you know, ahead of God or be in control of everything. That's one of my problems is I want to make sure everything's in control. I don't like the feeling of not having control, letting God. But the whole process of me moving was a whole God experiment, really. Like, oh, that's right, that's right. I remember that. Okay, thanks, Angela. Yeah, we want to, make sure that what we need is going to happen, or now we're going to go over here. Let me make sure it happens, or whatever, and we get ahead. And it is really, really hard to trust. I have a hard time with trust, even trusting God, um, especially trusting God because He's invisible. Um, so when I was trying to move here, I come up, you know, I get a step ahead, and then the enemy would buffer me every move. And like, um, I remember I woke up at 7 a.m. one day, and there was a rainbow on my wall. On the bedroom wall, there was a rainbow. No lie. I took pictures of it. I've got proof. And I'm like, wow, there must be, because the window was where in the back of the building, and cars were parked out there. I thought, well, there's got to be like a prism in one of the cars that's causing the rainbow on the wall. But in the 11 years that I lived there, I had never seen a rainbow on the wall. I lived there 11 years, never seen it until that day. That lasted 3 days. Okay. And I would wake up at that particular time in the morning, and that rainbow was there for 3 days. After that, never seen it. I didn't see it. And then after that, I was given the amount of money needed for the move here. God provided the exact amount of money needed. It's a pretty amazing story. The whole time that I was trying to move, the enemy was trying to get me to stay. It was ridiculous the amount of spiritual warfare that came with move. It was crazy. It's still happening, but I'm here, so we're good. I landed in the right place. Like, I don't know, God just has a way. He's provided everything. It's been amazing. So, okay. Well, I'm not real sure what to talk about or what to do. You guys got anything you want me to talk about? Yes, exactly. Exactly. I want to be able to travel, but my wallet says I can't. No, the enemy has no authority, but he sure enough tries to. He tries. And we got to remind him, you can't stay. I grew up, well, I will say, in the enemy's camp, right? And when I became an adult, I decided I didn't want that. No way. So he's mad because he can't have me. I hate to say it like that, but many people that are coming out of occult abuse have really horrible, horrible stories, but God has shows up in a big way, huge. I would love to be able to travel. Right? The wallet is such a party pooper. What is up with that? Like, I would really love to travel. I want to go. I used to want to go to Australia, but if they got freaking spiders, they have a season where spiders rain down. I don't know how that works over there, but I'm a little terrified of Australia. Um, but there are many places I want to go. I want to go to Italy, Spain, Germany, Egypt. Hey, Shepherd's Boys! Great to see you. Oh my goodness. Shepherd, I recently got 50 subscribers. So, at 50, you can do the lives. You know that. But, um, wow, I'm so glad you came in, Miss Shepherd. It's good to see you. Seriously, like when you get the money from Elon, you're gonna come to get me. We're gonna go get married. Then we're gonna go to Miss Gothi. Then we're gonna go to all these people, and we'll get them all, and we'll do travel together. See, good plan, Miss Stephanie. I know. I've been going to a couple of different chat rooms, and I met up with people that wanted me. It's like YouTube has a lot of really negative content, so we're trying to do positive content, no drama zone, that kind of thing, because the drama has become so ridiculous. And so we want to do these positive things. And right, I know, Miss Steph, you do have big plans. I'm gonna stick on. I'm gonna stick around you. There you go. There's Rumble. Hey guys, meet Shepherd's Voice. I met her a few years back with a different chat that's no longer around, but she's cool people. And Shepherd, meet everybody here. Like there's Mary's, and I'm just saying VB, which is Stephanie, and Miss Gothi, and Angela's here somewhere, I'm sure. Golden Laura, and oh, exactly, Aura. We got to go over the pond to get her, and then we'll go all travel together. Miss Gothi, you're the best. So I was getting ready to end it up, but what would you guys like me to talk about, or do you have a request, or yeah, I don't really know. Let's see. I have a ton of coloring books, but they don't all have colored pages in them. I could show you those, but yeah, I did that yesterday. Doing laundry. Yeah, that's a daily thing for you, isn't it, Angela? I would imagine it is. Oh, another meltdown? You're probably looking forward to school tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't say it. I hope they didn't hear me say that. Me too, Mary. It relaxes me. And you know what I do is I have group online that I'm a part of, and I do a class. I get two different classes online at different times, and I color during class. It sounds rude, but actually it helps me focus on what I'm hearing. If I color or fidget, that's why I have these fidget toys that I showed you guys. Like, it helps me focus on what I'm hearing. So I color during class. I'm that one. Yes, rude as can be. No, I'm just kidding. It's not, but oh, gotcha. Oh, your daughter, the old. How old is your daughter? She's No, I was just sitting here, Miss Shepherd, uh, and like trying to figure out if there was something I wanted to talk about. Um, so I wasn't in the process of actually closing out. So thank you. I'm so glad you came in. Really, I saw your message last night, and I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. I know, I don't know if I'm ADHD. I know I have extreme anxiety. So it could be, but I'm on so many drugs and I've got so many diagnoses. So they say. But yeah, Miss Shepherd, I moved. I now live on the East Coast again, and I am getting help with some people. So I'm praising God for that, actually. There's a ministry here that works with survivors, and so it's really a good place. I'm finally around support, in person support. So, yeah, I don't know if you knew that I was going to move. I can't remember if that was a thing you knew. Right? It's good to have those things to blame, isn't it, Mary? I have. I've been through my share of crap, that's for real. But, God's been with me through it. I was saying that earlier in this live. Like, everywhere I've been, everything I've gone through, there's always been a level of protection and help that only came from God. Like, it didn't come from family, that's for sure. I had nobody at that point in life. I do now. I have you guys, and you guys have me, and me, and me, and me, and me. Us. I know, right, Mary? Like, Mary, are you able to go live? How many subs do you have? We're gonna get you hooked up here, so y'all can go live too. When I met you guys in Stephanie's room, I already had like 32 subscribers. So you guys just bumped me up to 50 real quick, like. Yeah, thank you. I love you too, Miss Shepherd. 19? Okay, well, it's a work in progress. We'll get you guys going, that's for sure. I'm going to get on my other accounts and bump everybody up. I know that's weird, but oh well. Sure do, Miss Mary. And yes, Miss Shepherd's voice, he's been very good. God is very good. He is very faithful. Even if we aren't, he is. I moved here in December, so it's been 5 months now. I got off the plane. Like, dude, Miss Shepherd, I've been trying to move since April of last year. I thought, okay, I'm going to do it in May. And May came and it didn't happen. I got Section 8, and I knew at that point, I think Auntie Leah has me blocked because I can never see her in the chat in other places. So that's okay. If she needs that, that's okay. She did. I bet it was a good live though, because she's really nice. She's sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I got Mary, or there was somebody that I had missed the other day. Stephanie. It's no big deal. I'm glad you're catching it though. Yeah, so had been trying to move, and every step of the way the enemy was coming against what was happening, and I was losing hope, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then I was like, I ain't moving, forget it. And then God got me up, and it was just really, really hard. So, and where I was in Colorado, I didn't have any support. Like, the people that were supposed to be helping me actually isolated me. Nobody, it's a whole thing. But like, they just dropped me. And so it was really difficult to get everything done. Like, moving from state to state is a huge, huge deal. Like, I had to locate an apartment here from Colorado. Then I had to make sure that Section 8 got transferred, right? Which was a whole process like you couldn't even imagine. Then, like, I had to have the money to get my stuff here. And then transporting the cats was a whole nother thing. Like, really, it was a lot. I'm so glad that part's over. I'm getting too old to move from state to state. So, like, it's it's um it's pretty hard. But God came through, and he's always faithful. I was saying earlier, he put a rainbow on the wall in my bedroom and where I lived. No, so Mary, there's a whole thing now. Um, when I moved to Colorado, there was no, there was, I had to take them on the plane in cargo. So, and that was a wreck. Like, it messed with the cats a lot. But like, now they actually have businesses that will transport your cats or dogs from one state to another for you. Now it costs, right? So I had done a GoFundMe, and with that money I used I for the cats to get from Colorado to Georgia. That's the state. I moved from Colorado to Georgia. Um, and so I had to pay. Yeah. So there are businesses now. Yeah. It's really awesome because I'm like, there is no way that Sassy Pants, she's a nervous cat. There is no way that I don't think she would do well at all on a plane. Like, she freaked out when the men were trying to move my stuff. They were there. they were putting my stuff in the truck, right? Before I left there. And like, I didn't realize Sassy Pants was under the bed. I put her in the bathroom and she got out, being the smart cat that she is. And she was under the bed and the guys moved the bed, picking up the mattress, and she flipped a nut. Like she just really lost it. And I got scars to prove it. She flipped out on me. Well, on everybody. I was the one that could calm her down. So I got a hold of her and put her in a carrier, which is what I should have done in the first place. But I'm telling you, things were chaotic. Chaotic. My PTSD had PTSD on that day. Like it was terrible. Oh, did you? Yeah. See, now 12 years ago, they didn't have this car services, I don't think. Like I moved to um, from New York to Denver uh, 12 in 2013, and the only option I had was to fly them in the cargo with American Airlines. So yeah, she was upset, Miss Stephanie, and she just she's that nervous cat, and she got caught by surprise when they picked up the mattress. She was under, and she came storming in, and I tried to grab her and she clawed on me like she was really terrified. Terrified. She's never been that way before then and not since then. But what I should have done when the movers showed up was put them each in a carrier. And I wasn't thinking. My PTSD was PTSDing. Like it was a whole thing. It was really messed up. And then the nurse, I had a medicine nurse back then, and she came over and she was some kind of upset. I don't even know what her deal was. Yeah, she was real. And you know what though? I put her in the carrier, and then I had her between my feet, and I was sitting like on a couch, and I had her. She was quiet as a mouse from that time on. She was secure in her carrier, and she didn't flip out. It was, yeah, it was a whole messed up day, that's for sure. But I almost canceled it. I'm like, forget about it. Bring the stuff back in. I'm not going. But I did not ever go through with that, obviously. I'm like, no, go ahead, go ahead. Shepherd, did you have to fly with your cats to Arizona? Oh no, you drove. I'm sorry, I didn't read all the way down. You drove. Well, now they have services. There are two apps that you can get, um, and you like advertise on the app, and people that do this for a living, they'll say, "Hey, I'm be in your area on that day. If you want, I'll pick up your cats and drop them off for you." And so they picked my cats up on the day the day before I flew out, and I landed on the day that the cats were coming in. So it worked out perfect. It was, and they did really well. They did really well. So yeah, I've done it a few times, my friend. Like I'm not new at this. I've done it, but this is the first time that I've done it alone. Gotta say that. So I did Tennessee, New York. This is 4. Tennessee, New York, Denver. Yeah, this is 4. The 4th time I've had to move from a state to state. Really? Yeah, the Maine Coon that I got, that I had, She was actually a full Maine Coon, and people had her. Man, I'm telling you what, these people named her Big Bertha, and I'm like, oh no, 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 that's gotta go. That name is going to change right now. So her hair was so soft, soft as a whisper. So I named her Whisper, and like she had this big carrier, like a medium-sized dog carrier, and I would leave the door open, and the cats would go in and sleep in there, and so it made it like more of a safe space. Um, oh yeah, 20 years old. That's old for a cat. That's good. Aw, I know. I lost Whisper when she was 16, and Dozer when he was 13. I miss them every day. But I have these two, um, Chase and Sassy Pants. They're my buddies. They're my therapy animals. I used to live in East Tennessee, like Johnson City area. Um, those are all the states you've lived in, Miss Gothy? Mary, you were in Ohio? You are in Ohio? I grew up in Indiana. I probably shouldn't announce that. Oh, I'll never live back there though. Yeah, I've lived in 5 states: Indiana, Tennessee, New York, Colorado, and Georgia. Wow. That's a lot of states, Miss Gothy. But when you have to, right? Oh, cool. Like Akron area? Akron is pretty close to Kentucky, I think, if I remember Ohio right. I used to live, I loved Tennessee, but I lived closer to what they call the mountains. Um, a really beautiful area, so beautiful. Oh, Cincinnati, huh? I've been to Cincinnati many times, many times. Went to Kings Island. Yep, yep. What about Tennessee? Don't you like, Miss Gothy? Anything in particular? You don't have to share. Just curious too. It's okay if you don't want to share. It's no problem. Where do you want to be besides Tennessee? If you guys could live anywhere in the world, where would you guys want to live? Oh, really? Mary. Well, I went to Kings Island back in the 80s, maybe in the late 70s. So, long time ago. Cool. Yeah, that was the place to go back in the day, was Kings Island. Yeah, it is massive now. I'm sure it's massive now, more than it was back then. I've always wanted to go to Cedar Springs, which is like a water park, I believe, but we never. Oh, got it. I lived in New York, but like, what did I say? Did I say Cedar Point? Or did I say? Oh, I said Cedar Springs. Whoops. Yeah, Cedar Point. Um, I lived in New York, but I lived way up north near uh, Canada. And let me tell you something. If you like snow, go up there. Yeah, that's where you go for snow. Like the plows up there are like 8 feet tall, and they are in a V shape. V shape. And they just move the snow to the sidewalk, right? That's what they do. And so then you have 8-foot drifts of snow on the sidewalk. That's what they do in northern New York. I loved it. I seriously did. Like I would go and walk in the snow. This was before I was physically disabled. And I would go walking at midnight because the streets were not busy. And like I I would walk in the snow. And one time we were having like a big storm, and no lie, the snowflakes were coming down in clumps, clumps. And I was, I get back home and I email my friend, hey, snowmen are coming down already assembled. It's pretty awesome. You should come out here. It was like 1 a.m. There, she was already in bed. Hey, Denver is dry heat. However, I used to really dislike, I don't like heat, yet here I am. I'm going to have no hair by the end of summer. And then I'll spend winter growing my hair back and every summer drying it out because I don't like to be hot, yet here I am in the South. Don't say to God, I will never live South, because guess where He will put you? Michigan. Here in Michigan, yeah, Michigan gets snow. You're not in the UP, right? Upper Peninsula? Like I had a friend that was up there. Arizona is yeah, dry heat. Yep. Denver, Colorado, they have dry heat, but I'm going to tell you right now 90 is damn hot, whether it's dry or wet. I'm just saying I don't like to be hot. So I'm praising God for air conditioning. I call air conditioning, it's God breathing on me. That's what I'll call it. Yep. Are you a Youper? Ah, I knew it. I got somebody I was friends with. She's in the UP, and she would always say that she's a Youper. I'm a Hoosier. I guess there's only a couple of states that have their own little identity, secret identity, right? Hoosiers and Youpers. I don't know any other states that have this special name. Anyways, yeah, I love snow. I love it. Windy City. You want to go to Chicago? Chicago is a windy city. Very windy. They get a lot of snow too. Lake effect, mostly. Oh, you are in the UP. Nuh-uh. Do you know where Ontonagon is? What? That's funny. Oh, you from Chicago? Cool, cool, cool. I've been to Chicago several times. Girl, I've been a little bit anywhere. I don't know. Seems like I'm always saying that. Yeah, I used to live there. No, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The person I used to be friends with lives in Ontonagon. Yeah, or she used to. I have no idea where she's at now. But that's how I that's where she used to live. I've been keeping an eye on the weather. It's been raining all day. Oh, is it? Cool beans. Yeah, I've never been up there. They get a ton of snow. Oh my goodness. You probably still have snow up there. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see what the weather's doing. Tell me. Let's see here. Do we still have a tornado warning? I hope not. Maybe they took it off. Stop that. Stop that. Wow. That's pretty cool, Miss Shepherd. Let me see. Area flood. Oh, no more tornado warning. Yay. Now, see, I lived in northern New York near Canada, and I forgot where I was going with that. I'm losing my brain, I tell you. Oh, they don't have tornadoes up there. The only severe weather that they get is snow. And I can handle that, or I used to be able to handle that. Nowadays, being in cold, Denver can be cold, but not near as cold as northern New York. But like, okay, honey, it's good chatting with you, Miss Mary. Really, yay! Thank you for coming. So like, Denver got, I think 2 years ago, Denver got like 2 feet of snow. Like that is serious snow. Usually I tell people I live in Denver. Oh, you live near the snow. I'm like, look here. Denver doesn't know how to snow. If you want to see snow, go up to northern New York and you'll see a little snow. And the UP of Michigan, now they get snow. Oh, we're there? Oh my. We lost power a few weeks ago. Not to snow. Can you believe this? Listen to this. I told you guys I love snow. Like everybody that knows me knows I love snow. And I came here in December, and was it January? I think it was the middle of January. We got snow here in Georgia. We sure did. And I made 2 little snowmen on my balcony railing. It was awesome. I loved it. It was like God saying, thank you for doing what I said. And he gave me snow in Georgia. I love it. Do you? Yeah, Wisconsin gets snow. They sure do. Now I'm older now, so I don't know that I'd be walking in it anymore. I can handle the cold weather, but when I go indoors and get the warm weather gets on my leg, it makes the pain like really bad. So I have to be careful about how I'm dressed if I go in it, the snow. But yeah, I loved it. You walked in shorts in the snow. Yeah, there's a comedian I watched uh, Johnny W, and he talks about Wisconsin. He says in Wisconsin you have special people. Yes, they wear parkas and shorts. I love that. I love that comedian. He's good. It's all the facial expression with him goes along with the joke. 19 feet of snow. Holy smack. How do you walk in that? I guess you don't. How do you get out of your house? Make tunnels? Like, I think that would be fun. My parts would totally have a blast with that much snow. I'm sure everybody up there thinks that would ship it out. A lot of shoveling? Yeah. You probably got strong arms then. So, guys, I think I'm going to go. probably lay down. It's my legs hurting. Thank you guys for coming in. Hey, wow, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. No way. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. You too, Miss Shepherd. Yeshua, blessings to you. Yeshua, blessings to all of you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, an afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world, as Miss Stephanie says. Thank you very much, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate that. Gothy, Miss Golden Aura, thank you. You guys take care, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks. Bye.